Hello everyone. You see, I was researching for a video and I stumbled upon something very weird that I have never heard of, which is the top 50 anime lists from Screen Rant. I wanted to see a little bit about it, and apparently this is not a new one. Apparently, specifically, there have been videos as old as like 11 months ago, but this one is different. It's actually, at the very least, says to be updated to last week or just 2 weeks ago. So I decided to make this like kinda improvised because I was genuinely baffled that I have never heard of this, and I just kinda saw over it and it was like, okay, this probably needs some explanations to be done. So yeah, I'm gonna look at it with you guys. 50 best anime series of all time ranked by Screen Rant. Okay, they were made by Mr. Evan D. Mullican. Is this a guy's part of like the D family of One Piece? I don't know. But who wants to whatever. I'm just gonna see what is going on here. Okay, starting with number 50, we go with Lupin the Third. The season? Yeah, the season, right? Yeah, the TV season that came out in 2012. I actually do not know about this one that well. I know a little bit about Lupin, but mostly about like the movies. And I think that there was a like recent season that came out, so I don't know. However, I think that this is very normal. Like, you know, it's Lupin the Third is one of the most well-respected animes, like in all time. Is very well respected in Japan, and everyone that knows a little bit about anime history knows that this should be a well-respected anime whenever you go. So yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this one. Here is where things go in a weird direction. Rasefon. What the fuck is Rasefon? Like, no, seriously. This is genuinely my first time in my life actually hearing about this series. And I know that I'm not the most well known expert of something like mechas, but like a show that was made by Studio Bones, of all people, and that I have never heard of, period. Like, what? I don't know. Like, it's me. It genuinely does. I have no idea what this is and where did it came from. So I'm genuinely baffled. What the hell is this? Anyways, number 48, Digimon Tamers. Okay, starting with this, I think this is very obviously a list made very likely by kinda sorry, I'm dying. Kinda made by people that probably has a lot of bias towards childhood things, because no, I have never heard of a person that has anything like Digimon, like Yu-Gi-Oh, like Pokemon, that is not extremely biased towards it and just say, yeah, I'm biased, which is fine. But putting it in something that is supposed to be a top 50 ranked feels weird. Whatever. Let's go for the next one. Yu Yu Hakusho. Okay, I'm surprised to see Yu Yu Hakusho that low. Yu Yu Hakusho is like one of the most well respected old animes that is not straight up, you know, a relic of the past. It's like extremely well respected. If I'm not mistaken, it had like the dub in multiple countries, in multiple languages. So it feels weird that it's this low, especially because not only is a childhood thing for a lot of people, but also because it's really good. And you know, you usually do not see this type of thing being like on the radar or something. I don't know, it feels weird. I mean, I would put it like here probably, but it feels weird that we go here after having Digimon Tamers, you know? Number 46, Orb on the Movement of the Earth. This is very recent. This is a show that came out, if I'm not mistaken, in 2025 itself. Let me take a look at it for a second in my anime list. It's basically a very recent one before the videos, I think. Yeah, I think that it's before the videos came out or right around that time. So yeah, it's good. I think it's fine. I am, as usual with Orb, it's like it's a very good show, but it's very short, so it's usually weird to see people putting it so high, but you know, the quality is there. I just always feel odd, especially because of this list, as I'm saying. Already we had Rasefon and we had Digimon Tamers. This doesn't feel like something that a person would do. It's like he's putting it because he made his research, but not fully. I don't know. Next, Azumanga, no questions. One of the greatest comedies ever. Like, for anyone that has any idea, usually this is the comedy that is used as like the poster boy from elitist comedy because of how good it is. This one and Nichijou, I am expecting Nichijou further, and I'm hoping Gintama as well, but I'm not certain. Anyways, next we have Attack on Titan at 44. What? 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 It's Attack on Titan. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Why is Attack on Titan 44? I can totally get if they decide to say a couple of things that are like not good, but like, once again, I feel like considering how popular it is and how well respected it is for both casual fans and the elitists of anime, kinda, not all of them, but a couple of them, and the people that doesn't watch that much anime, I feel like Attack on Titan would be an easy top 10, even if it's not deserving on it. I'm not saying that it is not, but 44 is something that I don't feel like even a hater would put to rage bait someone. So it's kinda like, what are we looking at here exactly? Next, Battle of the Evergarden. Personally, no complaints. I think Battle of the Evergarden is a very fantastic show. Very slow at times. It has certain things that might not be for everyone, but it's very good. So I totally understand why it's here. Anyways, next, Melancholy Suzumiya. Okay, another normal spot. Very, very well respected, and for a good reason. It's an icon. It's like one of the poster boys of the early 2000s and late 2000s animes. So it totally makes sense, and you know, it has the reputation, it has the quality to back it up. So yeah, totally fine. Next, Fist of the North Star. Okay, this is weird. I get it. It's like an icon once again. Perhaps the definitive anime of the 80s. Okay, I don't think that it's the definitive anime of the 80s, but okay. Fist of the North Star ushered in a new era of gritty and violent anime that I find a medium. I mean, kinda get it. Like, I totally understand why it's here, Fist of the North Star, even if by sheer quality and because of how old it is, it might not deserve a spot. I totally get it. But once again, seeing how you put something like Attack on Titan, that is not only an icon already, that is not only insanely influential, but is extremely popular as well. Lower than Fist of the North Star, that, yeah, is more influential, but it has a way worse anime that barely anyone watched, because I doubt that this has like a full-on dub all over the world. I don't know, it feels like really odd, this list so far. Okay, Death Note 40. Okay, we go for something more normal. Death Note at 40. Fine. It's Death Note. I think that anywhere you put it, from the spot like 5 to the spot 50, as long as you put Death Note, is fine. I think that I would probably put it around this spot if I talk about every anime in existence. I have not seen every anime. I have it higher in my list, but because of that, I think that this is kinda okay. Next, Steins Gate at 30, 39. Yeah, we need to talk about why is Steins Gate at 39. I am someone that is not particularly the biggest fan of Steins Gate. I am someone that enjoyed Steins Gate, but I don't think personally about it as like the undisputable masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. That is the thing. I don't think that there's 30 animes that you can say undisputably that are masterpieces, and this is one of those. So putting it like outside of the top 30, like I would put it in the 20s, and I would be maybe underrating it, but that would be a personal thing and more based on the potentiality of other shows being better rather than my own experience. But what is doing at 39? Like, what? It doesn't feel logical. It feels like they just decided to put it because of Jess. Anyway, the anime adaptation of visual novels are fairly common. One thing that makes Steins so unique how it adapts its source material. Instead of picking one route from the game and making it canon, takes a different one or explore each of one. Yeah, it makes sense, whatever. Next, we go for Anohana. Okay, Anohana is one of those like seasonal animes that managed to stood the pass of time and become more than just a seasonal anime. It's like the poster boy or one of the main poster boys of like the sad anime. I think that Angel Beats is probably still bigger as a pure sad anime. But Anohana is right around there, and as far as I have heard, Anohana is better. I have not seen it, but I have heard that it's better. And if you are better than Angel Beats, then you are in a very, very big position, at least for me. Once again, I feel like it's odd, consider that Steins Gate is below it. I think that probably the issue with a lot of these lists is that you see some positions that are just straight up puzzling. Because, like, what the hell is doing something this low and then something that is not as good higher, or something that doesn't have nearly the same reputation higher? In my personal opinion, I think that Anohana is probably roughly fine. I would not be extremely upset about it if it wasn't because Steins Gate is lower. But like as I'm saying, it feels just like these people doesn't have any idea where to put the stuff, so maybe it's because of that and that's it. Next. What is this? Okay, I'm back. I almost destroyed the PC. Okay, I now saw it and I understand. Gatsuko, the Count of Monte Cristo. This is like the anime creation about it. I have not seen it. I have heard that this is a good cult classic for some people. It's something that I might have to take a look at, but okay, once again, weird stuff. We're combining extremely niche animes with extremely massive popular ones, and somehow this is below Steins Gate, which even within the reputation of a ladies, this is still not better than Steins Gate, so I don't get it. But let's keep moving forward before I get an aneurysm or something. Okay, Slam Dunk, no, nothing wrong with this. I don't even need to read anything about what they're saying. Is Slam Dunk one of the greatest animes of all time, or one of the most well-respected anime of all time? Probably the best pure Spokon. Like, well, pure Spokon. Like saying that the boxing Spokons are not pure or something, but you know, the best Spokon not directly related with fighting, like Ashita no Joe or Hajime no Ippo. That now that I think about it, are they gonna put it above? At least one of the two should be, probably both. There's enough space. I don't think that they should be that much higher, but I feel like probably both deserve it. Mobile Suit Gundam 0080 War in the Pocket. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have seen like one Mobile Suit Gundam. I saw the movies that came out recently. The one that it was like a either a trilogy that only two came out so far, or a duo of movies that only one came out. So I know very little about Mobile Suit Gundam. I have no complaints about Mobile Suit Gundam being here. However, I don't think that 0080 was the one that I have heard to be the best. So once again, this is a weird one. I have heard good things about others, like Iron Blood Orphans, like was it Pegasus, Wing, Unicorn? I think that there's Wing and Unicorn. I know that I have heard great things about one of those. I don't remember about the other. I know that one of them in theory was very good. So it feels weird once again to have something like this here. But whatever. Next we go for Nichijou. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I got it right. Yeah, Nichijou once again, no questions. Like one of the most well-respected comedies. As long as you're a comedy fan, probably Nichijou is gonna be in your top. As long as you have watched it. I need to check it out, by the way. I am a huge fan of comedy, and for some reason I have not seen Nichijou. I'm a disgrace for anime as a whole. Sorry, guys. Next. 33 Samurai Champloo. No questions. I think that this is self-explanatory. Samurai Champloo, a phenomenal show. Very well respected, very well beloved. A lot of people enjoyed it. And even some people have said that it's better than Cowboy Bebop. That now that I see it, I am expecting it to be at least like in the top 20. Maybe more, maybe less. But yeah, I am waiting for it. But yeah, as I say, no questions about Champloo. Okay, Trigon, another one, very normal take. Maybe you can put it slightly higher, slightly lower. Some of these might be better, might be worse, but this is fine. This is a very logical position for something like Trigon, especially in something that might be done by multiple people. Even if it's done by one, it makes still a lot of sense. Next, Wolf's Rain. Okay, I don't remember anything about Wolf's Rain. I'm trying to see. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I just searched a little bit about Wolf's Rain to see if I knew something about it, and I have genuinely no idea what this is. Like, it's a seasonal anime that I have never heard of, that has a not particularly amazing rating in any web page. It also came from a manga that is not particularly great either, so it's like very weird. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I'm not gonna bash it or something, but like, it feels like an odd addition to a top best animes ever, you know? So okay, let's keep moving. Megalobox. Okay, I can kinda see from which age this person came out. It's very clear that this person started watching anime, or the person making the list, or the conglomerate that is doing it from 2016, 17. I think that's somewhere like that is Megalobox going. Because there's no world in which Megalobox is better than Slam Dunk, you know what I mean? Like, it's a good show, no saying that it's bad, but there's no world in which Megalobox is like the best or is a better Spokon than Slam Dunk. And the other option is that either this is one of the best, or they put it besides like Ashita no Joe and Hajime no Ippo. Both of them are higher, so they say that there's 3 Spokons that are better than Slam Dunk, which is like, what? I'm okay. Next, Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso, Your Lie in April. Like, no questions. I think it's very self-explanatory as well. This is the poster boy of like the best sad anime. Maybe alongside Clannad. Some people say that it's Clannad. I have heard it's more popular to say Your Lie in April. Maybe Clana is a little bit more niche, so that's why it's sad like that. But yeah, one of the best sad animes out there, probably second best or the best, as I'm saying, and well respected, well beloved, and kind of popular for a seasonal anime that is sad because most of them are not that popular. So yeah, totally respectable and totally deserving spot. They're also Versace. Okay, interesting. So they went back into the past. Now, I have not seen the Rosa Versace, so I cannot tell anything in detail about it. But I know that it's very, very well respected once again amongst ladies and people that have watched it. And I know that it's a very revolutionary show from when it came out, like one of the first true woman empowerment, if I'm not mistaken, to a certain extent. Like the main protagonist is a girl, is a woman, and it's a very good one, so it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Next, Neon Genesis Evangelion. If anything, I'm surprised that it's low because it's Evangelion. You know, one of the most well-respected animes. It came out in the 90s and has been an icon ever since. It was an icon here in the West before we even got for the first time like truly anime like sponsor as such. So yeah, as I'm saying, it's totally fine. If anything, I was expecting a little higher, but it totally makes sense. Next, Zero Experiments Lane, typical elitist dream. A lot of people always, as I'm saying, ladies, but they always talk about this in a good light. So yeah, this is one of in my go-to list from watching very soon because of how influential it is in terms of how reshape, to say in a way, the way that people sees and talks about this type of anime. And there's also a couple of them that are very similar in similar times, so maybe I should check out some of the other ones. Next, Scott Pilgrim is here. What the fuck is Scott Pilgrim doing in an anime list? Okay, I don't get it. Like, I can totally understand if you were saying this about, like, I don't know, if you're a weird guy that wants to talk about being one of these contrarians, I want to say the show was fantastic and okay, fine by you. But this is not an anime. Like, there are shows that go in that thin line between being anime or not. Like how, for example, something like To Be Hero X is usually considered to not be an anime because it's not from Japan, but it's Chinese, although it has Aniplex behind, so you can totally get it. But Scott Pilgrim is American, if I'm not mistaken. It's made by Americans in America, and there's only American animators. Hell, the animation is not even anime style at all. It's totally an American animation. What the hell is doing here? It's not even good, as I'm saying. It's not something that is particularly well respected by its sheer quality. So what the hell is this doing here? Beats me. I don't know. Okay, I knew that this was gonna be weird from the get-go, but this turned into bad really, really fast. Oran High School House Club. I don't think that this should be this high, but I get it. It's a very, very well respected harem type show. If I'm not mistaken, the most well respected outside of Monogatari, the highest rated, and you know, the one of the ones that has the biggest fan base. I think that is the most well known old harem, because obviously there's more recent ones that a lot of people know about, so I'm not gonna talk about them. As I'm saying, I would put it a little lower, but I get it totally. Pimp on the animation, perfect. I like the addition. The fact that it's even added is good enough. Like, it's ping pong the animation. It's a fantastic show. It has a great storytelling and all of that. So I'm glad that they put it at the very least, you know? Anyway, let's keep moving. Uh, let's go. Gurren Lagann, another one, totally perfect addition. Would put it right around here by me as well. Kinda, yeah. Probably I would put it slightly lower, but not. This is within the normal range, like 22, 25 maybe. I can understand putting it even higher, not that much, but a little bit. So this is a perfect spot, like spot on in my opinion. Hunter x Hunter, perfect. I would put it maybe slightly higher, maybe closer to a top 15, maybe in the top 15, but perfect addition. I'm assuming that this is 2011. Yeah, it's 2011, from 2011 to 2014. So yeah, no questions asked. Perfect addition. Just pristine. Okay, another one of those well-respected old animes, Ghost in the Shell. Very good, very good as far as I'm concerned. So I think that this is very spot on. Probably. I have heard that might be a slightly lower or slightly higher, so I guess that this is a fine spot. So Space Dandy is puzzling. Space Dandy is puzzling. Now I'm not saying that this is a bad rating or something, but seeing the other single season animes that came out, or the animes that feel like seasonal animes, like Shigatsu wa Kimi no Uso or Your Lie in April, Steins Gate, Anohana. We went through other stuff like Trigon, like Samurai Champloo, and this is the best one of them all? I'm not saying that anything against Space Andy. He's a cool dude, He's cool, but he's not any of the other guys. He's not Bash. By no means, he's not Mugen. So why is this doing here? If this was the other way, like Champloo was 19 and this one was 33, I would get it, but I don't get why it's here. Very weird decision. Monster, okay. If anything, I would put it higher. I would put it top 10 always in every list related with quality or my personal likes, but yeah, overall quality period, I would put it top 5. But yeah, I can get it. I think the fact that you put it in the top 20 is more than enough most of the time, because of how weird it is for people trying to watch a 70 something episode anime from the early 2000s that has not bad animation, but there's basically nothing in which you require hard animation. I mean that there's barely any battles, and it's a very slow burn the first half, so I get it. It's fine. Fruits Basket, I guess that this is the remake, no questions asked. This is a very good show and they improve it a lot compared to the original one. They gave it a proper ending and it's very well respected and very well beloved by fans and foes, so perfect. Mushishi, another perfect addition. Mushishi is fantastic as far as I have heard. A very calm yet cruel story, and I think the protagonist Mushi, yeah, Mushi right there, is one of the most well-liked protagonists in all of anime, so I think that this is fine. And I need to watch Mushishi definitely. Next, let's keep going. Okay, Cyberpunk. I mean, I'm not against Cyberpunk being the list, to be honest. I think that Cyberpunk is a very good show that is probably one of the best usages, I don't know what I said, the best usages of time that I have ever seen. How good the story is by just making it 10 episodes, but I would not put it as a top 15. And as I'm saying, things like Steins Gate is better. Samurai Champloo I would put it higher, maybe Trigon as well, and there's a couple of others like Hunter x Hunter maybe. That is more of a personal opinion. I think Hunter x Hunter is, better, but it's also a shonen, and it has 20 times the amount of time to work, so it's different. But yeah, I'm happy to see added. I would not put it as a top 15. But yeah, here we are. Next, we go for Odd Taxi. I heard phenomenal things about it, but I cannot say anything about it. I can just say, based on the few things that I know, is that it's not a bad rating. Maybe slightly lower, maybe slightly higher, but it's around. Penguin Drum. I mean, I can see the armpit of the girl, but like outside of that, okay, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm kind of tired anymore. I'm, my brain is melting out of looking at this. Um, what is this? Like, I need to see. On its surface, Penguin is about two birds attempting to determine old sister with the aid of three mysterious penguins. Wonderfully weird story filled with poignant moments that raise interesting questions about a wide range of topics. What the hell is this AI generated type of description? Looking deeper, Penguin is real about the fall of sarin gas attacks that rocked Japan in 1995. I don't know anything about this. Okay, I'm not gonna mention anything about this. I'm just puzzled because I have never heard of Penguin Drum. You know, a show called Penguin Drum. You would assume that somebody would talk about it, but never in my life. Anyways, Rumble C, no questions. Do somebody needs an explanation? The most influential anime of all time, bearing only maybe Astro Boy. Maybe Astro Boy is slightly higher still in terms of influence, but yeah, Rumble is at worst second. One of the most influential. Everybody knows the characters, everybody knows the story, so it's fine here. Now I think about it, we haven't seen like the typical shows like this, like Naruto or One Piece. Are they all in the top 10? Okay, Pluto. Huh, what a pleasant surprise to see you here, Pluto. Pluto is in my to watch list that I'm gonna watch really soon because if I'm not mistaken, it's only like 4 or 5 chapters long, and I'm a huge fan of Urasawa. If you haven't noticed by the way that I talk about Monster, I'm a huge fan of 20th Century Boys. So looking at Pluto is very very cool actually. Huh. I don't know if it's top 10 level. I assume. I mean, if it's Urasawa. The weird thing is that Monster is not higher than Pluto. That I'm gonna say for certain, because most people agree that Monster is like the best in terms of sheer quality, alongside 20th Century Boys. But 20th Century Boys is different. It's unique in its own way, and also like very difficult to evaluate because one is an anime and well also the Monster manga exists. But you know, I'm referring to the anime to manga. It's very weird, but yeah. Okay, I like it. 10. Berserk. I disagree. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you. The Berserk 1997 anime is not that good. Everyone overhypes it because of the fact that it's Berserk. And I get it. The manga of Berserk is absolutely fantastic. But this is not the manga. This is not the manga. This is the anime, and the anime is just good. It might be worth the top 50 spot, around the 40s maybe, but not the top 10, and not above so many others that we saw. Like, no, I don't agree with that. Whatever. I go number 9. What the hell is this? Why the fuck did this has a 6.2 here? Sonny Boy. The series focuses on a high school class that is mysteriously sent to another dimension. Oh no, this is an isekai. Oh no, what? Oh no. Oh no. What is Sonny Boy? Give me a second, like I have to see this. Sonny Boy, like what is this? Okay, 784 is better than I was expecting. Okay, not that's awful, but like genuinely I don't know what this is. Like I genuinely have never heard of it. This is puzzling. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, but if I have never heard of a show and someone personally, there's no shot that this is deserving of the top 10. Like, as I'm saying, I'm not an elitist, I'm not some expert, but if I have never heard of a show, I know for certain that this show should not be in the top 10. Because everything that would at least have a possibility of being in the top 10, at least I have heard a little bit about it. This, never in my life. Puella Magi Madoka Magica, okay, perfect. Maybe slightly higher than I would have put it, definitely. Definitely higher. I don't think that Madoka Magica is the most influential magical girl, which would drop it points. I think that probably is the best. I don't know anything about other ones enough for me to say it out loud, but I think that this is probably the best. Yeah, probably. But once again, like, the magical girls ironically do not have that high level of quality. Like, most of the time it's just good shows and that's it. So being the best of that is not that big of a deal. And even though I really, really like Madoka Magica, I don't think that is top 10 worst. But I can get it a pass. This is not a bad spot. This is an awkward sport, which is way better than Sonny Boy, you know? Revolutionary Garutena, once again, similar to what I said with the Rosa Versace, this was revolutionary for, like, the empowerment of women. This is another one of those, like, really well respected female protagonists. I'm really fine with it, like, nothing against it. I don't know how good it is for it to put it top 7, but I'm not mad at it. Yeah. We have seen already no less than 3 different mechas. We saw the representation of Gundam. We saw Neon Genesis Evangelion. We saw Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. And you are telling me that Eureka 7 is the best one that you have? Unless Code Geass is higher, which at least would save it a little bit, but Eureka 7 in no war is better than both Neon Genesis nor Gurren Lagann. And probably also not better than Gundam. So, what is this, bro? What is this? Anyway, like to moving. Very, very weird. Like, 5th best is, oh, 6th, sorry, is nasty. Okay, I was gonna say, what the hell is this? Okay, I see Masaki Yuasa. Honestly, I have no idea about this. I don't know. It's made by Yuasa, which makes me kinda want to see it, also by Madhouse. But I genuinely have no idea what this is. Sorry. No comments. I'm just saying that once again, if I don't know it, top 5 feels weird. Definitely weird. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist. I'm assuming that this is. Okay, this is counting overall. Okay, this is counting overall. Like the base one and this and the Brotherhood. Perfect. Like, you know, everyone mostly agrees that Full Metal is one of the greatest animes mangas of all time. I personally think that is not, but that is more of a meeting. I do believe that it's a masterpiece, but it's in the lower end of the spectrum. As I said, that there's probably like 30 anime or manga masterpieces. I would probably put it in the 20s, but you know, this is a fine spot. I don't have anything against it. 3. Cowboy Bebop. Very self-explanatory. Like, one of the most well-respected animes of all time. One of the first ones that was introduced to the West. So very likely this one actually is not a Megalobox, like what I said with the 2017. Probably started watching anime in 2017, 16, but probably the first time that he saw anything was Cowboy Bebop in, like, I think it was Comedy Central, The one that passed in United States? Probably because the guy sounds American, at least the name. But yeah, nothing wrong against this. Paranoia Agent is just not it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not someone that hates on it. I know that it's a cult classic for a lot of people. This is not it. Like, this is not the best cult classic. Also, we have not seen Naruto, nor One Piece. We have not seen things such as Gintama. We have not seen Freedom, nor Apothecary Diaries, nor Monogatari as a whole. We have not seen a lot of big stuff. Also, not Kingdom. I mean, I can kind of get it if you do not like the first two seasons, but like, this feels like a something that should not be here. Like, I can get it in a weird way, but no, actually no. This, what is this list? Man, I'm trying to understand. Like, no, like, I just cannot say anything. Okay, number one. Let's just look at it. Let's finish. Okay, Mob Psycho. Nothing against it. Like, with so many misses in this list, I think a Mob Psycho is a W. I would not put it at first, but I can totally get why it would be at first, and I think that that is fine, perfect, fantastic, whatever you want to call it. Now, as I'm saying, there's so many things that I'm just genuinely not understanding. Like, this was such a weird list. Now that I think about it, remember what I said about Hajime no Ippo and Ashita no Joe? The best Spokon in this entire list was Megalobox. The best Mecha was Eureka 7. Like, what is this list? It feels like such a nonsensical combination of weird assets left and right. You have the obvious icons like Evangelion, like Cowboy Bebop, but then it's like you didn't put One Piece, that not only is more iconic than most of these shows, but its quality is at least respected and well warranted. There's no Naruto. There's no Gintama, that is well respected by everyone as one of the best and probably the best comedy ever, at least in anime. You do not have so many things that should be here. Like, what is this list, Mr. I forgot the name. Krasstein? I don't know. Molekane. I mean, your name is cool, I guess. But this is a puzzling, weird list that I cannot comprehend what type of human did it. Because there's so many weird combinations of things, like you should be higher if you're an elitist and you're not putting it that high, but should be way lower if you are, and if you are not, also should be lower. So I don't get it, like, honestly. I don't know, I'd make this as a kinda quick video because I was not particularly expecting anything about it. I would just kinda stumble upon it. So yeah, I guess that is how we end, with a very sour spot, because I genuinely do not get any of this list. So whatever, if you want more random content like this of watching weird lists that make my head kinda implode, leave a like and subscribe, I guess. See you next time. I'm gonna be putting more videos in the weekend, so yeah, see you next time, bye bye.